Senator Remi Tinubu has said that Nigerian youths are unemployable. The senator representing Lagos Central Senatorial District, Mrs. Oluremi Tinubu, has said that Nigerian youth lack the skill set for available jobs in the country, thereby making them unemployable. Tinubu, who spoke at a workshop organized by our senatorial office for 260 interns in Lagos yesterday, said several of those who are able to secure jobs are not ready to work. They only want the security of a fixed income and unwilling to make impact, while some have no idea of how to adjust to working in a corporate environment. She said this was why her senatorial office, in placing emphasis on skills development and increasing knowledge based for the youth in the country. She explained, this work experience program WEP is born out of the need to inculcate in our unemployed graduates the skills, workplace etiquette, and hands-on experience required to make them more attractive to potential employers and successfully in the labor market. The 216 interns drawn from Lagos Senatorial District, she said, will be assigned to corporate organizations to acquire skills and work experience. Thus, we have put together this workshop as a precursor to your resumption at your various places of assignment. The theme of this workshop says building youth capacity for effective engagement, sums up by why we are here. It is to ensure that you are off to a good start on a sound footing and with the right ideas, declared Tinubu. The senator disclosed that an allowance of 40,000 naira will be paid by my office to cover your day-to-day expenses throughout the duration of the program. Half of it will be paid at the onset of the program and the balance paid upon receipt of letter from your assigned organization, certifying that you took part in and completed the internship. The All Progressives Congress APC Lagos Central Senatorial District leader Prince Tajuddin Olusi hailed Senator Tinubu for the numerous empowerment programs she had embarked on to assist the less privileged in her constituency. He described the senator as a pace-setter, saying no senator in Nigeria can beat her records in empowerment programs. So guys, these people are always coming out to insult Nigerians. Of course, what we are experiencing now, she might not be far from the truth, but what really happened would cost these people, this youth, to be unemployable, that they are not, they are not really employable by most of all these companies. First and foremost, when they try to generalize, I don't even understand them. A lot of graduates who, out of their own effort, being able to pay their school fees, they are in schools, they did well, and they come out. A lot of them are roaming the street. What about those ones? She's saying that some of them just want a fixed security income. Even in all those developed countries, even where some people are not even their take home is not even enough for them, there's a way the government augments for them, but they always come out to insult the youth every now and then at any given opportunity. If you want to do something, do something. And at the end of the day, some people will be selected. We are talking of, when you talk about constituency projects, it is not selecting few. That is where I don't even understand them most times. It is not by selected few. You just select some people and say one thing. What happens to the rest people? A lot of graduates that are out there, you say they are not employable. Let's start even from our school, our education sector. What have they been able to do? Like now, the federal government is shouting, to the top roof. They are hailing themselves that they have done well, they have done this, they have done that they are providing school feeding to pupils in primary school. You can imagine, after eating those food, what happens then? Is that the quality of education that we are talking about? The economy is not good. If the economy is okay, the parents will be able to feed their children. That is not to say that feeding is not part of what they are supposed to be doing. It's supposed to be a kind of additional support that will be given to the parents. But the first thing that they are supposed to be doing is making sure that the standard of education is very, very okay. If the standard of education is not okay, you see that a lot of graduates, you see all them all over the place. Some people might even spend how many years even because of strike, ASUU will go to strike. They will not pay the lecturers as at when due, with all the promises here and there. At the end of the day, a lot of facilities are not on ground. If such people graduate from university, then who is going to employ them? The system of education is so poor that most of them, majority of all these politicians, they take their children to school abroad. So can you tell me that a child that schools abroad, because you know the worth of the school abroad, and by the time they are back or anywhere, they can compete with anybody in this world, any company can employ them because of the standard of education? But these guys will not do that. They will not do that. We have all these agberos all over the place. Who created them? They themselves, they created them so that they will be using them when election time comes. Then you will say they are not employable. She herself, or most of all those senators that are there in the house of on the floor of the Senate, what special thing do they really do? And they are collecting all those humongous salaries, all the allowances you can never even think of. They are collecting it based on what? What have they done? The other day we heard from the former governor of Zamfara that he wants his upkeep of 10 million naira to be paid. Doing what? Doing beautiful nonsense. That is what they are talking about. What have you done for the 8 years? What are the things that can be said about him that he really did? Most of them, it's cut across board. Somebody will just work for 4 years or 8 years at max. The next thing, they will be collecting all manner of this thing. Because at the end of the day, because they have already made the people to be down, people cannot even challenge them. A lot of people don't even know what is happening. They don't even know the service that these so-called people are even doing to them. You are saying those people, those children are not employable. If you have the right standard of education, will they not be employable? The ones that even graduated, will they not be employable? You guys will take your children outside the country and they are employable all over the world, not even when they come back to Nigeria alone. Now the government say, oh, we are feeding puppies, we are doing this. At the end of the day, what are they learning? That's what we are talking about. What are they learning? Is it all about eating food? If the economy is okay, the parents will be able to take care of their children. That is how it works. And they will be coming out. Some people cannot even ask questions. They can't even ask pertinent questions. Though we have people who are asking such questions, but their voices are so down. Their voices are not heard all the time. Even if they try to make their voices to be heard, a lot of forces will be bringing their voices down. They will call them all manner of names. Now you are selecting some few and say, okay, you are doing a constituent project empowerment. What kind of empowerment that everybody in that constituency will not be able to benefit? We are talking about, even if you are going to do that kind of program, but there should be a program that everybody, irrespective of who you are, in as much you are in that constituency, the program that all the senators always go back to their constituency to do should be able to favor everybody. Everybody should be able to benefit from it, not selecting some people and you come out on the pages of newspaper, that you have done this, and you be insulting Nigerians, insulting the youth. And at the end of the day, when some of them want to talk, they will not allow them to talk. You can imagine that kind of a thing. Say they are not employable, they just want to sit down. And she has been making this kind of statement. The other time, say Nigeria, maybe Lagos people, or the youth are so lazy that they always want to come and collect free money. They always come to her house. And now she's making a kind of, is it not a speech? Do you want to tell me that a lot of Nigerians, a lot of youth are not hardworking enough, that you just come out and be saying all these things? Oh, they are not employable, they just want fixed security, whatever. You guys that are on the floor of the Senate, what are you guys doing that should warrant you guys to be collecting money? Even their salaries are outrageous compared to all the developed countries in this world. Our politicians are the richest politicians in this world, and yet check what they are doing on ground. Nothing. There's nothing to show for that. And they will come and be insulting our collective intelligence, saying that they are not employable. Of course, how are you going to blame them? Because a lot of people are just there even to receive even the peanuts that they are even giving them, because they don't even know their right. That these guys are doing this service even to them as well. It's so unfortunate and so pathetic. And somebody is saying here that they are the ones responsible for anything that happens to Nigerian youth. The money that are supposed to boost education are being looted. Strike today, strike tomorrow, as a result of non-payment of lecturers, non-funding of universities. God will judge you. What job is available that youth of this nation don't have? What it takes. You insult us with our patri highly blown employment program designed only for the people of your constituent, while you insult every Nigerian youth. What an idiotic comment of the first class order. People like you, your husband and other politicians stole money meant for the development of this youth, and yes, you take them, you squander it, and you come out and sell us some films that you are doing a program that is not even going to have a positive effect at the end of the day. It's just a temporary thing. The noise they made about all this empower of a thing, what is the result of all those people who were employed? It was just a temporary thing. Some people were saying it, but what even annoys me more is this a school feeding. I don't just even understand it. This school feeding, they will be talking, you are not even putting the school that the children are attending. The other time we heard about this small baby success, that they drove her from the school because she couldn't pay the school fees. Do you know that even when people go to that school, if you see that school, it's in the public domain, just go and check on YouTube. Everybody is aware of this thing. The school is nothing to write home about. Even cockroaches and goats should not even be seen in that kind of environment, not to talk of inside that kind of building. And yet they pursued the girl outside school because she didn't pay for one thing or the other before the the state government of Delta State came out and they started renovating. Is it not shameful? Is it not shameful that kind of school will be inside Sapele there? Not even interior village. Even if it is interior village, should we have such schools there? At the end of the day, they are saying they are feeding school, they are feeding children, they are feeding children. The teachers, you are not paying them. What is the standard of education? The teachers that are supposed to be receiving training from time to time, they are not even receiving anything. And you are talking, and you be coming out and be saying you are feeding millions of people. You are doing this and that. Then at the end of the day, after the food, then what happens? What happens? They are not even talking about how the standard of education is going to be on point, to even match with other countries in the world, that even they themselves, they send their children to go and learn. You come and say, oh, they are not employable, they are this, they are looking for free money, they are looking for this. Of course, do you blame them? Because even when you are even saying it, some people will be telling you, no, forget, leave them. Why are you complaining about them? People always complain about them because you don't even know that these guys are doing the service to you. That's why you are going to be supporting them, and that is what they want. It's not as if they love Nigerians. They only come to tell you sweet things during election time. At the end of the day, they will still blame you, even for them not even doing the right thing. So guys, that is just my opinion. Please leave your comments below in the comment section, and let's hear what you think about the comments of Senator Remi Tinubu. Thank you very much. Bye.